just like that. She throwing it back, she throwing it back, just like that, just like that. She throwing it back, she throwing it back, just like that, just like that. She throwing it.
Chelsea, baby, send me a beat. I always knew I can do this. Hold on, be quiet, don't say shit. I always knew I can do this. Hold on, be quiet, don't say shit. I always knew that I can do this. Hold on, wait, be quiet, don't say shit.
Alright, welcome back to my channel, you guys. I'm doing a reaction to... Y'all already saw the videos, man. Y'all should know about this by now.
Thank you for seeing us again, Lorenz. Since you told me yesterday that you killed your
But I'm doing a reaction to Lorenz Kraus speaks from jail after confession to parents' murder.
parents, do you feel a sense of relief today about that?
Not any extra relief. No, not at all.
The world knows what happened now. That doesn't.
I mean, that does help. I'm glad that people know about my statement. That's important to me.
But I think people out there care about your parents and what happened to them.
Yes.
Can we just go through that again very quickly? That night that you decided to take their lives, did you know that day, the day before, when did you know that was the time to do this?
My father laid back and was ready. He knew. I just want to say a message that there's a legal defense type of thing, and then there's a political defense. And the most important law in this country is New York State ratification law, which says that the people have the power to reassume the powers of government whensoever it is necessary to their happiness. And one of my goals was to create a board of trustees for New York State. And to create that initial trustee, someone needs to know what to do. So I'm making the claim that I'm the initial trustee of the New York State Board of Trustees, and they would have prosecutorial immunity. And so I appeal to that, having prosecutorial immunity for this case.
It's pretty much a certainty that's not going to happen. You also talked about wanting to be tried under German law.
Well, ancient German law, yes.
Is that still something you're looking for?
I would ask for it. There's nothing wrong with asking. I mean, you never know if you'll get a yes. You can get a yes. And this country is unstable right now. You don't know what could break up. And I do think the country should break up in the future to make it better for everyone. Even the Washington Post suggested that.
The court of public opinion seems to say that they're not happy with what they heard from you yesterday, that they think it was a cold-blooded crime. Do you understand people thinking that way?
I'm glad you gave me that feedback. We all are getting old. We're all going to need help, and we're all going to have to decide how to deal with these kind of problems. And with 40 million boomers getting into that stage of life, they need their options open, and their families need their options open.
But who are you to decide, other than being their son? But is that decision up to you? Can you play God?
Nope.
You can do your duty to your parents as they give you feedback, information, etc. And so it's really not a decision of God. It's it's a matter of what kind of lives are you trying to give your parents under grave circumstances that will be coming. If somebody falls and then ends up in the hospital, they're in a machine that will just process them along, and you'll have no way to recapture control, to get control of your own life again.
But they weren't in a hospital. They weren't hooked up to a machine. Their lifeline was you, and you snuffed out their lives.
You have to understand that the end was coming, and the world starts to go. You have to decide when your time is up.
But did they decide, or did you decide?
They were giving me hints to this effect.
And a hint's enough to go and decide to take a life?
It was information like a plea that this is the beginning of the end for them.
Well, it was the end for them because you made it the end for them.
Okay, I'll have to
Exactly.
What can you tell us about your parents? What kind of people were they, your mother and your father?
My father was more. Well, my mother said, "Do whatever you want as long as you do good in school," and so I sort of measure myself as is what I'm doing good for school or not. And usually that kept me on track to being doing good in school. And my father was not so much important. Sometimes he would say, "Oh, you don't have to take that test first."
Were you not as close with your father?
I was close with them in different ways. But I wouldn't say that I was not as close with my father. I always felt closer to my father, I think.
Why did you decide to kill your father first?
Yeah, I can't talk about that. I'll listen to that advice of the life.
After you took their lives, it's been 8 years. What have you been doing in those 8 years?
Trying to make good on their lives by trying to, I tried to start a Vogue Saver philosophy, which never existed before. And I think it's very important to civilization to try to start.
This nigga just said he gotta wait for his lawyer. Nigga, you already confessed it to it on the fucking news. You already confessed it that you did it. What more guilty can you fucking be? Like, what more information, proof that we need? Like, it's over with. Like, So you might as well just say everything now. You might as well just let it all out. Like, come on.
The new civilization to recultivate the German people, because after World War II, they were totally wiped out culturally by the United States. Everything was destroyed, and then they basically Americanized. But I understood that the essence of German culture is woke teleology, which is a philosophical term.
Don't you think your parents might have rather continued to live as opposed to you helping German culture?
My parents always believed in doing their duty. My mother always said, I do this out of duty to you. It's not as concerned with love and life as you might think it is.
Was it a loving relationship you had with your parents?
Not in a loving, I wouldn't characterize it as loving the way you might say it in America. It was harsh.
It was harsh.
Oh yeah. As a kid, it was very harsh.
So was any of the decision to take their lives in retribution for that, the fact that you had a harsh upbringing?
No. Okay. Sorry. All right, thank you.
And make sure y'all watch my other reactions where he confessed on the news and stuff. Y'all see the videos on here. Just make sure y'all go check it out to really get the story. But I think he's from New York, some town, not New York City, like probably like Albany, New York, or Buffalo, New York, something like that type of New York.
Don't you see me right now, baby girl, I'm on the grind. I ain't really got no time to waste time. Baby, I'ma shine.